here, and in today's quick review we're going to take a look at the Cub12R by Laney. So, the Cub12R, 15 watt all tube amplifier with a power attenuation device which makes it go from 15 watts down to less than 1 watt. But it does it in a very interesting way that's quite a bit different. We'll get into that very shortly. So, it is a one channel amplifier with a 12-inch speaker and inbuilt reverb. And the reverb sounds really quite nice. And it goes all the way from just a little bit of reverb right up to really quite heavy reverb that almost sounds spring-like. It was really quite impressive and sounded really, really good. I don't think it is spring. I think you'll find it's probably digital, but it sounded really quite good. It was a nice reverb. So it is a one-channel amplifier. So if you are not used to using your volume control on your guitar to clean up the amplifier, essentially giving you a clean channel as well as a overdriven channel, then this might not be for you. But if you're kind of used to that, or you are just getting into experimenting with the controls on your guitar, this amp is really, really good. The cleans are very vintage voiced. It is a vintage, very vintage looking amplifier, but the clean channels, well, the only channel, but it is clean, is really quite vintage and warm. I really enjoyed it. I like a good warm clean tone, and this was really, really nice. It does have a gain control, so when you start cranking that gain control up, it gets right up into that classic rock sort of area. Think Bon Jovi, think AC/DC, that kind of thing. It handles really, really, really nicely. So let's have a look at the front panel here. We have, on the front panel, we have a reverb, tone control, volume, bass, middle and treble controls, and of course the gain control. Now, you might be wondering why we have a bass, middle and treble control and a tone control. Well, the tone control on this thing is not really a tone control per se. It kind of acts more like a presence control, and it does make a bit of a difference. So that was quite interesting. Bit of misnaming there, but it did actually make it quite a bit of difference. Now, as I said before, it is a 15 watt all tube amp, and it has 3 ECC 83 tubes in the preamp section and 2 EL 84s in the output section. It sounds really, really nice. This thing really rocks hard when you want it to. But 15 watts is quite loud for home use, if you're really wanting to crank it. So they have this attenuation device. Now, a lot of companies have attenuation devices built into these smaller amps that'll get it down to 1 watt or half a watt. These guys aren't specific. They say less than 1 watt, but they do it a little bit differently to your normal sort of amplifier company. So instead of having a rotary knob or a selector switch to select your different power outputs, this just simply has 2 inputs. The first one is for the full 15 watts, and the second one is for the less than 1 watt. So if you're wondering, if you've never played a 1 watt amplifier before, a 1 watt or less than 1 watt tube amplifier is still pretty loud, but it is a lot more controllable than the 15 for your home use situations. And it sounds pretty good, I've got to say. It sounded really, really nice. So what does something like this go for if you're in the market for a tube amp? Maybe it's your first tube amp. Well, these are pretty competitively priced at around $770 for recommended retail. Now, Variety, who supplied this for the review, thank you once again to Variety Music. They're doing a fabulous job at supplying me some really great stuff for you guys to have a look at. They're running a special on these at the moment for about $600. So that is really, really good price for something that is, well, it's this versatile. There's a whole lot of amp for $600 here, let me tell you. You'll have to check their website, obviously, because prices can change, and that is, of course, in Australian dollars. I will put a link down below for those of you in Australia who are looking for something like this, so you can go and check it out. I'll also drop a link down below for those of you in the rest of the world if you're interested in an amplifier like this. They really are quite a nice amplifier. So there you are. The Cub12R by Laney Amplification. Beautiful, beautiful amp. Looks great. Sounds fantastic. And I'm thinking about adding it to my collection as well. So there we are, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, rock on, guys.